Okay, we are looking at PowerPoint Skill 1.8, applying slide transitions. Slide transitions are basically the way that it moves from one slide in your presentation to the other. Here I have this PowerPoint presentation pulled up, and you can see as I click on it and move from one slide, you see the grass kind of grows up there at the bottom. That's a pretty complex transition, but you see some of the other ones there. I click and it sort of slides it over like that. And we see other ones, a little bubble effect transitioning from one slide to the other. Again, we kind of have this flip rotation thing. I'm going to go ahead and back out of that. So those are some of the different transitions. There's tons of transitions you can use. They all do a lot of different things. The one thing I want to warn you with is be careful with them. They're not distracting from your actual presentation. If people are too focused on what the transition looks like than what you're actually presenting to them, you might lose your audience in that way, or the point may be lost on what you're trying to convey to your audience. To apply a transition, basically you have the transitions tab up here, and there's a number of different options here: cut, fade, push, wipe, split, reveal. Even more, when you click this button, you can see there's many transition types, and there's even different attributes for these transitions. If I pick the cut transition here, over here we can even add a sound. So add applause when we switch over, and the time that it takes for that transition, you can set that as well. So now I have this. The apply to all is a nice button. If you have a transition, this is a pretty good idea to use too. Have the same transition throughout all the slides, unless one is more appropriate than another for one specific slide. You can do that. But if you have the same one, then it does add that nice touch that you are transitioning, but it doesn't get the viewer of your presentation looking forward to seeing what's the next transition that they're going to use in this presentation. So you click that button, and then that slide the cut transition will apply to all of the slides. And let's go ahead and look at this presentation now. I pull it up. That's the applause. I probably wouldn't use that, but now as I click, you can see, well, I don't have anything. I better turn that off. I don't have anything on these slides, so you can't see the actual slide. Let's put some content in there. Okay, let's go back to our transitions, and a cut really is probably just jump right to the next one. But if we do a wipe, maybe take off the sound, apply to all, and now we can go watch our slideshow, and that's what the wipe looks like. So I click on it, the next slide comes in, it kind of fades in. That's just one example of the transitions. Play around with them, look at all these different transitions that you have, see which ones you like, get used to them. You can even look at the different options. So this wipe, I could have it wipe from top or from bottom or from an angle. As you go to different transitions, there's different effects that you can choose for them as well. So I'd encourage you, look around, find a good transition that you like for your presentation. Keep it pretty simple. Keep it non-distracting from your actual presentation. That is transitions in PowerPoint. Your code word for this lesson is PAIR, P-E-A-R.